Let's face it, the only thing more awesome than a 20-meter tall bipedal war machine is a 20-meter tall bipedal war machine that transforms. But what looks awesome in anime doesn't always translate well into plastic. There's good transforming Gunpla, bad transforming Gunpla, Gunpla that transforms into squids, Gunpla that transforms into dragons, and Gunpla that transforms into Gunpla. When it comes to Gunpla, there's so many different sizes of kits, grades, different series, different universes. It really is a massive hobby that there would be no way at all to talk about every single type of transformation in one video. So sound those air raid sirens, because we're talking flight forms. And speaking of raid Shadow Legends is a turn-based RPG done right. This really is my go-to Gunpla building game. Just set it down, bust out some kits, and grind some dungeons while building yourself a new Gundam. Raid is free to play, so you have absolutely nothing to lose, and has more than 400 champions to collect and personally customize. Level them up, equip rings and armor, lifesteal being my personal favorite. Nothing like beating someone while stealing their health. If you want to check Raid out, go to the video description. Also, I did start a clan in here and Raid has been nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019's User Choice Award. What are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you'll get 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and 1 free champion, Executioner. Look at that badass champion they're giving you for free. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Hurry up, these rewards are relevant for only 30 days. Now on to the video. I love flight forms. Honestly though, some of the coolest Gundams ever have flight forms. Zeta, Kyrios, Airmaster, and of course, Wing Gundam. But Bandai hasn't had the greatest track record capturing these transformations in plastic. Some are awesome, some not so awesome. So how do you know which is which? In general, there's 2 types of transformations when it comes to Gunpla. There are true transformations, where you can just grab that robot off your shelf, hit it with some of that transformation jutsu, and voila! Flight form. Nothing extra needed, just a straightforward transformation. This second type of transformation is referred to as a parts formation. What this means is that a direct robot to flight form transformation is not possible. Basically, you need a whole bunch of extra parts. These parts formations require the removal of some parts that are used in robot mode, and then the attachment of a bunch of parts that are required for the transformed flight form mode. AKA not funny, you have to keep all the extra parts somewhere handy all the time. Not awesome. So now that you're familiar with the 2 types of transformations, let's jump right into Mecha Gaikotsu's top 5 best and worst Gundam transformations. Wait, hold on. I will also mention at this point that there are some kits that are worse than the worst on this list that just weren't included because I never ever got around to transforming them, not even once, so I had no actual footage to add them into this video. I'll just name them here so you know to absolutely and utterly avoid them. Namely, they would be the Master Grade Big Rezel, the Master Grade Broke Instantly Once I Built It Delta Plus, and the Master Grade So Bad That I 1000-degree Knifed It Victory Gundam. Avoid those at all cost. Those things have terrible transformations. But anyway, onto the list. More like a smashed egg than a bird, leading the list as the 5th worst flight form I've ever reviewed is the high-grade Scramble Gundam. This right here is a style of flight form I like to refer to as the Gundam Sandwich. Sticking something on a Gundam's back and sticking something on a Gundam's chest does not a flight form make. This thing right here, it's just plain silly. Flying in at number 5 on the good list, like an awesome little spaceship from a 90s side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, is the high-grade TR6 Hazel 2. And that's the TR6 Hazel 2, by the way, not the TR1 Hazel 2. That one doesn't transform. Now this right here is a flight form done right, not just a Gundam planking with a shield on the back of its head. Well, I guess that's because its head is gone. The Hazel 2 is a parts former, so just like I mentioned, some parts have to be taken away in order to build a flight form, and one of those parts is the torso and the head. But this does mean that what we get in the end is a solid, awesome looking little mobile armor, but sadly because you do remove the head and the torso, that means you can't just pull it off your shelf and transform it whenever you want. That is the letdown with this kit, but it looks absolutely spectacular. Also, if you're not a huge fan of dark plastic on your Gunpla, there is also the TR6 Woundwort, which is an awesome, somewhat more compact variant. Both of which though I highly recommend. Oh look, it's the Woundwort's big brother, the Heisentlay. I cannot deny it though, this is one awesome looking flight form right here. On top of this big, bulky variant, you're also able to split this down into two smaller mobile armors, both of which looking pretty ace. So you might be thinking, what's up Mecha? It's obviously awesome. Why is it number 4 in the bad list? Well, this kit's transformation is as obnoxious as the way its name is spelled on the box. Seriously though, what is with that spelling? This kit really puts the word parts in parts formation. I have never seen this many extra parts to be used in a transformation. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. So many parts to remove, so many parts to remove that you have to put back on again, loads of extra parts that have to be added to it, loads of different parts that are used for different variants of the transformation. It's complex, it's tedious, and overall it's just no fun whatsoever. Honestly, Bandai might as well have included a toolbox just to store all of the extra bits and bobs that are always left over with this kit. Mobile armor still looks rad as hell though. The Master Grade XS Gundam has its name for a reason. This thing is excessive in absolutely every aspect, and none more so than the transformation. This kit right here boasts the most complex transformation I've ever looked at to date. Well, in a Gundam that is.
Thanks.
This is a transformation that really isn't for the faint of heart. Absolutely no parts forming here. One unique aspect about this kit is that you have the choice to build either the XS Gundam or the S Gundam. You have to make this choice right at the beginning because it is quite difficult to switch them back and forth between both modes. If you build it as the less excessive S Gundam, then it transforms into two smaller flight units. But who wants two small when you can have one big? And that's what the XS Gundam's G Cruiser mode is. This transformation is one thick, chunky boy of a flight form. To me, this thing looks like an absolutely enormous space truck, and I adore it. When it comes to Gundam flight forms, this is one you will not miss on your shelf. It is huge! From awesome giant space truck to just another Gundam sandwich, this is the Regazi Custom, aka Gundam with a Space AK. Now, I don't know where to start with this thing. The fact that it's just a face-down mobile suit with crippled legs? That it's lying on its shield like it's ready to compete in the Winter Olympics? The upside-down AK-47? The purple backpack that doesn't match the mobile suit at all? Or the fact that it barely holds together at all? This thing is a wreck. Next! Katoki's redesign of Wing Zero is the Gundam sandwich done right. When it comes to good Gunpla flight forms, for the number 3 spot here I was torn between the P Bandai high-res version and the real grade version of the Wing Zero EW. In the end I decided to give it to the real grade version as the premium Bandai can be quite hard and quite expensive to come by. I have to say, with a Gundam with a shield slapped on its head, it really does look amazing. This right here is a simple true transformation that's solid and impressive. And at 1/44th scale, that is an absolute rarity. So simple, so effective, so perfect. I will mention here that the high res is awesome too. As for the master grade, not so much. It's at this point right here where I want so hard to rail on the TV version of Wing, just for being the silliest flight form design ever. Seriously? Shield on the face? But honestly, it is a solid kit that's only sin is looking daft. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But as for the high-res Wing Gundam Zero Chicken Wings Custom, now this kid is an absolute wreck. Without a single doubt, the flight form looks so cool. Really cool. Awesome cool. But all it takes is one simple touch in the wrong place and this feathery hand grenade goes off. And it will rain armor pieces everywhere. So if you absolutely do need to get yourself a high-resolution wing kit, get the P Bandai version. Save yourself 1 million headaches. Because this chicken right here is a turkey. Descending into the number 2 spot on the good list is the Age 2's transformation to G Strider. Gundam Age 2 does have a whole bunch of different variations, all of which look astounding in G Strider mode. But my personal favorite has to be the Age 2 Magnum from Gundam Build Divers. Sadly, the Master Grade is a bit on the finicky side. Not bad by any means, just not perfect either. But now the high grade, now that's what I call impressive. I do personally prefer the SV version over the standard one, as the lighter color and increased mass really do it for me. But pretty much all versions of the high grade Age 2 are the same, besides cosmetic differences and a bit of differences when it comes to accessories. As for the transformation though, it's basically identical across all of the kits. This transformation has an impressive head drop into the torso gimmick, which honestly is crazy for a high grade. But sadly, this right here isn't a full true transformation, as there is a replacement hip section that you will always have to keep handy. But besides that, it is great. And did I mention that the flight form is absolutely beautiful? Again, the SV version to me is as badass as a Gundam flight form gets. Now let's just see how plain ass a flight form gets. You could pretty much say that transforming Gundams would not exist without Zeta Gundam. Hailing from the 1985 anime of the exact same name, Zeta's transformation to Waverider mode seems to have bamboozled Bandai's plastic model scientists for years. But nothing compares to the shit show that's the real grade. Honestly though, even if I just look in its general direction, it explodes like an egg in a microwave. It's that bad. Well, not really that bad, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but... Early real grades are notorious for falling apart. Why they thought throwing a transformation into the mix was a good idea is completely beyond me. This truly is a kit that belongs in the holy trinity of transforming trash. Up there with the Master Grade Delta Plus and the Master Grade Victory Gundam. Avoid. So here we are, the number 1 spot. Any guesses? If you said the Master Grade Aegis Gundam with its absolutely awesome transformation to Space Squid, then you would have been way off. It's the Master Grade Double Zeta Gundam, Verka. A beautiful beast of a mobile suit that has a full true transformation to G-Fortress mode. It's the perfect marriage of intricate yet simple and solid. The finished flight mode is big, beautiful, and badass, and honestly my favorite thing about this mode is that the pilot, probably Judo, is just chilling up front like some sort of space trucker. I mean, you must have balls of steel to literally sit at the tip of your Gundam with the only thing between you and the enemy beam rifle is just a pane of glass. As well as that big badass G-Fortress mode, you also have the choice to split it into 2 smaller flight forms, the Core Top and the Core Base. And unlike a certain high grade that was on the bad list, this doesn't require swapping out a dozen parts and flipping through at least 10 pages of a manual. This flight form right here is a work of pure transforming art. Anyway, that right there is it for the video. That was my top 5 best and worst Gunpla transformations into flight modes. Let me know down there in the comments what you thought. What is your best and your worst personal experience with Gundam transformations? Let us all know down there in the comments. Once again, thank you so much to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Thanks to each and every one of you guys who watched it. And as always, I'll see you next time.